The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Jingle my bells. We're back at it again. Tom and Steve during the holidays. Hard to believe. This has really snuck up on me. I can't believe how fast,
Remember, what did our parents say? When you get it's like, time goes, and suddenly,
I know.
You know what? And now we've become them.
Yeah. But this year, really specifically, I don't know what happened. We were just talking about Halloween, and I think it was just because of this show you put me into this
it's my fault.
Groundhog Day loop.
I don't know. I'm just
we go from show to show.
The shorelines started to freeze for me fish chasing the walleye, so I'm just bummed because I can't chase them from the shore as much in as many places. But no,
it was because I had too many DJ gigs near the end there, and that made it go by.
When's the last time you wanted something for Christmas?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember.
Right,
pre-marriage,
right?
It was pre-kids,
Christmas. I did.
I don't. I want snow tires. That's
right.
And a snowblower that I got rid of.
Yeah, you're just a regular Hallmark movie, Tom.
Me and my big ideas about that snowblower. I was like, I'll get rid of it. Well, we'll find another one before the season. Now here we are in the throes of it.
So if anybody's got a snowblower they want to donate to Tom, you actually text us 216-0273. Let's call it the Tom Needs a Snowblower line. 216-0273. And just remember, Tom, he can't do this himself.
Right. Well, we got an old friend here. At least he's an old friend of mine. I don't know if he's an old friend of yours. But,
we went to different schools together.
Very good. John Simone, back again. He's the co-author of Tex Simone, the man who saved baseball in Syracuse. TexSimone.com. TexSimone.com. Yeah, if you're on the YouTube, please check it out. We've got the book, and we've got a picture of Tex there. He used to come on WHEN radio with me all the time. Way back then.
Yeah, he enjoyed doing appearances.
He did.
And,
what a great guy. Just very approachable, always. And so are you.
Well, he always told me he never turned down an opportunity to speak about baseball and your product.
Yeah.
And I can tell you many a nights after dinner, he'd be running out to go do a dinner somewhere at 7 o'clock.
Good golly.
Yeah.
That's great. So, John, you ran the Chiefs, right? Am I right in saying that you ran the whole Chiefs operation like almost since their inception? Well, you kind of took over for Dad, right?
Yeah, where did it start and tell us about
it? When did it start?
Well, it started when I was a bat boy.
Yeah, okay.
And hung out in the dugout with my dad when he was the trainer.
Okay.
So I guess.
So he started as a trainer.
Yeah, he started as an athletic. Well, he started on the grounds crew.
Okay.
The trainer, when you read the book, you'll find out.
Yeah.
When the trainer had a heart attack.
Oh, goodness.
They said, hey, you rake the field. You must know how to tape ankles.
Right.
But he also was like working in the clubhouse after the games, helping the clubhouse guys and the trainers. So they said, okay, you're going on the next road trip. And the guy never came back, and the team hired him. And then, he ended up becoming a trainer for the New York Mets organization, the Tigers, and actually was in the big leagues with the Tigers in 1965 for 3 months when the trainer that was there had a wildfire situation in California and his house burned down, so he couldn't come back.
So just to be clear, he got catapulted into this through heart attacks and fires. Okay, just to be clear, I want to summarize this.
That's the way people build their radio career, by the way.
Any car accidents or,
Yeah, there was one. Okay. But the story is about, everyone knows my dad and being Syracuse Chiefs baseball, but the story is about how just fate intervened with not only that part of it, but during his service days, we found a ton of letters that he wrote to his brother about getting involved in sports and not wanting to get a factory job. And when he came out, he talked about this new thing called the GI Bill, which was just
Sure, that was all new.
So it's about that and how he got to where he was, and then his struggles at the end of his life, which were tough for all of us, but it taught us a lot. And
how old was he when he passed?
He was 86. And matter of fact, when he was 86 and he had Alzheimer's, and if you've known anybody that has that, they have these moments where you think they're back.
Yeah, they're clarity.
Kind of looked at us around the table one day, and we were talking about him. We didn't think he could understand.
Right.
And he said, hey, I'm not going to be here forever, people. You got to go on. You've had me for 50 or 60 years. Go on. And then we're like, wow, he's back. And then you have that moment. But
Sure.
he was a great father, a great leader. Loved Syracuse, and you'll read it in the book. He just loved this community. Had many opportunities to leave, and never did. But I'm glad he didn't.
A lot of energy.
So how did he save baseball in Syracuse?
Well, in 1969, when he left the field to work in the front office, the team was $200,000 in debt.
Which is $1 million now.
This is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And it was close to where they were going to have to do something with the franchise. And he had just an incredible year and did some innovative things back then, like giving away bats or caps or things that they do today
now,
to draw people, and had community nights. And all of a sudden, the team had a great year. People started coming. The fire had gutted the stadium, so we had kind of a half a stadium to be drawing from. And he wiped out that debt in 1 year. And after that, the team was on good footing and did very well. And then obviously in the 90s, when everyone was building stadiums, and we had Old MacArthur Stadium, which I'm sure you all loved. I loved as a kid.
Sure.
The new stadium is great, and it needed to be done, but MacArthur Stadium has such charm.
Right. So they were affiliated with the Yankees back then.
We were with
before Toronto, right?
Before Toronto, we were with the Yankees for about 11 years.
So I remember Tom going down and kind of chasing some of the Yankees, and at the ballpark, I leaned over. I got on. This will shock you. I got on the dugout, leaned over upside down, and I still have the picture of Bucky Dent, and he was biting his fingernail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
And they were there, and Mickey Rivers and Del Austin and a bunch of the guys were up. The whole gang there, and that was always fun.
Were you taking photos then?
I was. So I would have been 12 years old, or 13, 14, and I picked up a camera when I was 12.
Well, if you were smart, you would have asked my father, "Hey, can I get a press pass?" He would have gave it to me. He gave it to everybody.
I wasn't that smart.
No, but Jeff Morey's and Rick Koshenski's, all those guys.
Rick, Chucky Wainwright, never ran all those guys. Yeah,
my father used to let them all on the field. I go, Dad, there's like 30 guys on the field. It's okay, don't worry about it.
And my father my father was in the band with Stan Colello, who was his best friend, and they used to play MacArthur Park. Every year I used to go there when I was a kid, and they'd do the Star Spangled Banner and the whole bit.
They played MacArthur Park?
No,
they did. But no, they played the city fireworks show.
Right, they did the
Stan actually played for my wedding. I got Stan.
Played for mine, too.
He had the whole orchestra.
Okay, where was the reception? Let's go back.
It was in the Persian Terrace.
Of course it was. With Van Stereo and the Children's Jubilee and all those. Everybody's been there.
Yes. I played there 100 million times. Yeah.
Shot a few weddings.
So when did you take over for Dad? Did he leave on his own recognizance and then have you come in? Or
no, in the 90s when we built the new stadium, he became executive vice president, and I became general manager. He was still the boss.
I see.
I had the title, but I ran the day-to-day operations, and he worried about all the other stuff. And so, I did that for about 18 years, 17, 18 years. And he hung on right to the end and said they're going to have to kick me out of here. And they basically did. But, he wanted to, he wasn't a person that could just go retire somewhere and do something. He had to work. And he saw a lot of his friends who retired and didn't like it. And he wasn't going to do the same. But he lived right to his last day and did what he wanted to do.
Well, the Chiefs were amazing stories with kids, going to the games.
Sure.
And, hey, we're going to a Chiefs game, and that was just part of the culture.
My grandfather took me all the time with the hot dogs. We loved the hot dogs.
And it was just exciting, and it was just part of, if you grew up in this area, you went to some Chiefs games.
Well, I'll tell you a good story about kids growing up, and I should have put it in the book. There's so many things you can put in. You got to stop at some point, and the editors told me that. But I remember when I first got started at Old MacArthur, there was a hole in the fence down by the third base ramp. You remember the ramp that went up? And I said, hey, Dad, there's a hole in the fence, and the kids are sneaking in every night. And he says, yeah. And I said, well, don't we want to patch it up? He goes, how the hell do you think I got in this place when I was a kid?
Love it.
And I said, so what are you telling me? He goes, leave the hole alone. They can't afford to come in here. They'll be fine.
Gives the place character.
Love it. Tex Simone, the man who saved baseball in Syracuse, available at texsimone.com. And I know it's on Amazon, and you go online, you can find it. Thank you for doing it, and thanks for coming in today.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, John.